Hello, I'm Beth Joey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel where I paint my face, turn my camera on and talk about some books. It's that time of the month again. It is time to run through my TBR for the following month and play my TBR game as part of TBR Carnival. How many times can a person say TBR in one clip? Anyway, if you haven't been here before, I play a new TBR game every month, all under the theme of TBR Carnival. So I pick out all sorts of different carnival games that I recognize and grew up with, and I adjust them slightly to make them TBR related so I can pick out my books for the following month. Let's crack straight into what the June TBR game is going to be. And we are playing Spin the Bottle, this fun little adaptation of the game that I got from Flying Tiger. As you can see, this Spin the Bottle game already has these little prompt things on here, and I'm not going to be following those. So what I've done is I've gotten each of the colors and I've assigned 5 books to each color so I can pick specific books for each sort of color that I land on rather than a prompt. So let's crack straight into spin number 1. Okay, for spin number 1, we got The Skeleton Key by Erin Kelly. As for what this book is about, the blurb says, in a large house in London, 2 families meet. One person among them is excited about the revelation he is about to make. The others dread what will happen next. The Golden Bones by Frank Churchill was published 50 years ago as a simple fairy tale and treasure map, but it soon grew into a dangerous obsession for many, bringing despair, danger, and even death to those associated with it. All the while, a single piece of the puzzle remained unaccounted for. Now, Sir Frank wants one last publicity burst, then to put the whole thing to rest. His family are violently against the idea. None of them want the scrutiny it will bring. And as buried secrets rise to the surface, crimes of the past and present are revealed. So it sounds like a mystery, it sounds like books about books, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this cover. I think this was a book that I was supposed to read by the end of May, but looks like it's carrying over into June. So this is book number 1. Let's do spin number 2. Two is going to be Twin Crowns by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Weber, a fairly recent release, or at least I think their sequel just came out or is just about to come out, so super keen for that one. But as for what this is about, it says 2 sisters, 1 crown. Princess Rose Valhart is heir to the throne of Iana. Trained from birth to fear the witches that killed her parents, she will do anything to defend her kingdom. Stolen from the palace at birth, Wren Greenrock is a secret sister no one knows about. She plots to usurp the princess in order to protect the witches of Ortha who raised her. In the battle for the crown of Iana, where will your allegiances lie? I love the sort of secret sister kind of aspect of this, as well as obviously they're competing. I think this is a YA fantasy with potentially some romance in there too, which I love. So yeah, this is going to be book number 2. Let's go to spin number 3. Spin number 3's got me Three Sisters by Heather Morris. This is a book I think Ben bought me. I got really interested in Heather Morris's work when I read the first book, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. So as for what this is about, it says, their story will break your heart, their journey will fill you with hope. Survival would be their victory. When they are young girls, Sibby, Magda, and Livia make a promise to their father that they will stay together no matter what. Years later, at just 16, Livia is ordered to Auschwitz by the Nazis. Sibby, only 19 herself, follows Livia, determined to protect her sister or die with her. Together, they fight to survive through unimaginable cruelty and hardship. Magda, only 18, stays with her mother and grandfather, hiding out in a neighbor's attic or in the forest when the Nazi militia come. Eventually, she too is captured and transported to the death camp. In Auschwitz-Birkenau, the 3 sisters are reunited and, remembering their father, they make a new promise, this time to each other, that they will survive. 3 Sisters is a beautiful story of hope in the hardest of times and of finding love after loss, based on the incredible true story of the Mellor sisters, as told to Heather Morris. I'm really interested in this book, and I know it's going to break my heart, so that is book number 3. Let's go for spin number 4. Spin number 4 got me Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmerer, and I'm intrigued by this one, yes, but wary about it because I just read A Curse So Dark and Lonely and I didn't love it. But as for what this is about, the blurb says, a spark of rebellion is all it takes to defy the night. The kingdom of Kandala is on the brink of disaster. Rifts between sectors have only worsened since the sickness began ravaging the land, and the only known cure, an elixir made from the moonflower petal, is severely limited. Within the royal palace, the king holds a tenuous peace with a ruthless hand. Out in the wilds, apothecary apprentice Tessa Cade is tired of seeing her neighbours suffering, ignored by the unyielding royals. Every night she and her best friend Wes risk their lives to steal moonflower petals and distribute the elixir to those who need it most, but it's still not enough. As rumours spread that the cure no longer works and sparks of rebellion begin to flare, a particularly cruel act from the king's justice makes Tessa desperate enough to try the impossible, sneaking into the palace. But what she finds on the inside makes her wonder if it's possible to fix Kandala without destroying it first. This is a YA fantasy romance, I believe, so I'm keen for it, but also wary. Let's do the final spin, spin number 5. Spin number 5 got me with another sort of difficult book. This is not going to be an easy reading month, and this time we've got The Testaments by Margaret Atwood, which is sort of a spin-off, I guess, of Handmaid's Tale. As for what it's about, it says, the Republic of Gilead is beginning to rot from within. At this crucial moment, two girls with radically different experiences of the regime come face to face with the legendary ruthless Aunt Lydia. But how far will each go for what she believes? I'm super intrigued by this, don't get me wrong, but I'm also terrified by it. So these are the 5 books for my June TBR. Definitely a hefty chunk of a pile, but we've got some good fantasy romance and some dystopian fiction, and then some sort of based on a true story, I guess, books in here. So keen for the month, but let me know in the comments down below if you play any TBR game like this, or if you have any recommendations of Carnival games that I should incorporate into my next round next month, or just let me know what you're reading at the moment, loving it, hating it, all that kind of thing. Come and chat to me in the comments down below. I love talking to you guys, and I do my best to reply to every single comment. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do let me know by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell all down below. It's a super easy way to help my channel grow, and I will see you lovely people in my next video. Bye!